Hi, Vern here from VB Gold Recovery Equipment. I want to welcome you to today's video. We're going to be basically targeting placer mining and prospecting and some of the equipment used to get the gold from that process. So most placer miners process their raw material with various types of devices such as trommels, high bankers, sluices, dredges, and there's a few other things that are popular also. Once they collect that raw material, I think the real problem then begins. It's how to get that raw material down to a good workable size and yet retain all the gold that's in it so you can collect it with your final cleanup. So through the years, I've used various devices to do that, try to concentrate that material down so I could get the gold out of it. This product I started developing about a year ago with the goal in mind to have one product which will concentrate all that raw material down and then get all the clean gold out of it, all in one simple unit, no special tools, no experience necessary. It's going to be light and portable. The most important goal I had, it must retain constantly at least 99% of all the gold that's in that raw material. And this unit has done it. Now that you have the background on it, I think I want to start a little demonstration so you see how the thing works. Recently, I was out at my claim running my high banker. I ran about 10 buckets of material through there. And I cleaned out that material that was in the high banker, which happens to be in this bucket. And I brought it home to use as a demonstration on this combo unit. So I'd like to show you the typical material that comes out of my high banker. Now I've been mining on that claim for quite a few years, and I've come to learn that generally speaking, the size of the gold that's available there is from 30 mesh on down to magnifying glasses size. So what I generally do is I bring that raw material home, I grab my number 12 classifier, and I classify that material down while I'm inspecting, because occasionally there's some larger flakes in there or a picker now and then, not very often. Probably 99% of it is that small gold. So most of the gear that I try to design and manufacture is designed specifically for that fine stuff, because I guess I'm a little stingy. I do it a lot for myself. But anyway, that saves a lot of time just to classify it down to 12 and then run it through the combo unit. That'll concentrate all that material down and retain all the gold that's in it, and then run it through the gold filter, and I have all my clean gold. Very simple, quickly. Okay, I went ahead and classified that down with my number 12 classifier, and I'll now show you the material that we have left. Okay, now we've classified our material down and we're ready to start feeding the combo unit. Before I do that though, I would like to point out some of the features on this unit so you understand a little bit better the workings of it. Is mounted down at the base of the tub, and I generally put water in just about to the top of the pump. That's plenty of water. You don't have to fill the tub. You'll see a water control valve here. When you run it in the concentrating mode, you run it fully open. You want all the water that's available. In the sluice, there's a black vortex mat. The slope of this sluice is controlled with these adjusting knobs on the 4 corner posts. Generally I run about 1.5 inches downslope per foot. That seems to work well with almost any size or type of concentrate. In the front here you have your control box. On the control box is plainly marked for the water pump and one switch for the vibrator. Now the vibrator is mounted under the sluice, and it's a gentle vibration which settles all the heavies down into the mat. That's probably 85% of the way this thing works without losing anything. I've checked the tailings more times than I can tell you, and there's virtually no loss. Now on the bottom of the sluice, you'll find a little white roller. That roller rests up against the face of this off-end bar, which keeps the sluice in the proper position during the vibration. This is a 12-volt powered unit. I generally run it with a little 12-volt tractor battery. I also use the charger hooked to the battery so that it keeps the battery in full charge. Now the battery or the charger do not come with this unit. That's your responsibility. Just wanted to make that clear. But you can run it just with the battery, just with the charger, or a combination. It'll work fine any way you desire to run. Okay, some of the features of this combo unit, we'll start with the control box. You have a water switch and a vibrator switch. They're clearly marked. When you set it up, you simply hook the red wire to the red wire, the blue to the blue. You can't make a mistake. And you're ready to go. You'll notice that the sluice rests on two support bars. Under the four corners of the support bars, each has its own individual adjusting knob so you can level the unit. It doesn't have to be perfect, but get it as close as you can. The other feature is this full flow valve. When we're running in the concentrating mode, we run with the valve wide open. We want all the water. Connected to the full flow valve is a union. So when you break this down and store everything inside the tub, this comes apart, everything goes in the tub, you put the lid on, and you're ready to transport. The whole unit together weighs less than 20 pounds. Inside the sluice, in the concentrator mode, is this black vortex mat. This mat, in combination with the water and the vibration, is what retains all the gold. Down in the catch tray will be all your tailings. I generally run and keep feeding until my catch tray is full of tailings. Then I remove the mat, clean it out, be ready for the gold filter. Okay, I'm ready to start feeding the combo unit. Normally I'll be sitting on the other side next to the control panel, but so you can see this a little better, I switched to the other side. So now we're ready to start. I'm going to turn the water on. I'm going to turn the vibrator on. I'm going to give a little squirt of my sluice juice in the water to help retain all the fines. And we're going to start feeding. You simply feed into the trough. Now I have been using this for quite a few months, and I have found out that we can normally feed about a half a bucket in 22 minutes. So that's pretty fast, and at that rate I haven't lost any gold. I'm going to continue feeding all the rest of these ponds, so we'll be ready to change over to the gold filter and actually collect all our clean gold. Okay, now that I've cleaned out the vortex mat and collected everything out of the mat, I'd like to show you. This is typically what's recovered in the mat each time, regardless of how much you run. That's how much the mat holds. This new unit is basically the same as the old original gold filter. It just has some alterations so that you can use the concentrator mat. One of the additions is the splash guard in the front, because you're using a lot more water when you're concentrating, and this helps keep the water from going on the floor. The other addition is a different valve so that you can have more water for the concentrator. And finally, the control box, which has the water and the vibrator switches built on it. Other than that, it's the gold filter with the additional concentrating features built in. Okay, so now that we have our concentrate from the concentrator mat, I'm going to turn on the machine and we'll start getting our clean gold. You don't ever use the vibrator when you're using the gold filter. The vibrator is only used when you're using the concentrating mat. So here we go, and let's hope there's some gold to see. We just simply spread the concentrate across in front of the black foam, and sure enough, there's some gold showing up already. You can use the brush that's provided. That will speed up the process. You don't have to worry about losing any of the gold. The gold will stay right there on the green mat, ready for you to snuff it up. I sure hope you can see all the gold that's showing up on this miracle mat. There's one large flake. And I hope that you can see how clean the gold is. All the black sand and yellow sands and so on have all washed away, just leaving the clean gold. So it's ready to put in your vial. You're all done. Okay, now that we've seen how quickly and easy we concentrated our raw material down, then we ran it through the gold filter and got all our clean gold. Just to let you know, these units are available on my website, finegoldsluices.com, or you can simply call me. The number's 541-441-8939. I'll be more than happy to talk to you about this unit or any of the VB Gold Recovery products. Thanks for watching, and I sure hope this has been of help to some of you folks.